Folks, welcome back. Sandamtod here. Gonna do a video about my handheld collection. The reason why I'm doing this is mainly because a friend, a true friend of mine on here, Vidium Ariel, uh, asked me what Game Boy games I had. Probably, gotta pet the cat for a second. Hold on. Probably about 9 months ago. I don't know, maybe even longer than that. We had talked about doing a trade. And stuff came up in our lives and stuff got put on the back burner and this and that. Probably 6 months went by before we were able to kind of finally get some stuff. I was able to get some stuff together and get it to him. The stuff that we were going to trade. And I just attached a note and I said, hey, just look at this as a gift. You don't got to trade me anything. Because in the meantime, in that 6 months, I believed that I had picked up the game that he was going to trade me anyway. So he commented back and he's like, well, are you sure that's the right game? And I thought I had shown it in a video, but I don't know. I can't find the video. So I figured I'd do a handheld collection, all in one collection here. What? You want to be on TV too? Okay, hold on. That I do a whole handheld collection, is do the whole thing for whatever systems I have, and be done with it and have it all on one video, at least up to date posted video. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get started here. Go on. You need to go on. Go on. Go. Come on, Polly. Go. All right. First things first. I've got some Game Boys. Game Boy is the kind of the original, other than like little Tiger handhelds and things like that. Game Boy was kind of the first one that had the interchangeable cartridges and stuff. I remember wanting a Game Boy so bad, asking for it for Christmas. Never thinking I'd get one, and I did. I didn't, and maybe that's it. Maybe because I missed out on the craze of having the Game Boy when it was new, that handhelds just kind of passed me by. I don't know, but anyway, I found a couple of different cases here and there. I think this one I found at Vintage Stock, but its sister here I got at the thrift store. It's one of these hard ass cases. It says, Game Boy, ASCHII, Ashi, I guess, is the company that produced some of this, like, off-brand stuff. It kind of looks like the real deal, but, it's not. They have a Game Boy case that looks like a giant, Game Boy, like a brick. But I'd really like to get that. I saw it at Vintage Stock one time, but it was sold the next time I went in there. Basically, it just holds a Game Boy like that. You can put probably 6 games in here on this side. Both of these Game Boys, I do have 2 bricks. I got them both at the thrift store, and they do work. Of course, I don't have batteries in them because I don't use it. I mainly use the other one that I'm going to show you, but these do work. One of them's got a little more of a, discoloration to the screen than the other one, but I keep them in the actual cases because, why not? But that's all that's in this one's a Game Boy, and it doesn't even have batteries in it or anything. But there's this case, and then this is the one I found at the thrift store, and this is the sister, if not the big sister, if not the mother of cases. The Ashi big Game Boy case. This one had marker all over it. I got most of it off. It still needs some work. But it's still got the strap and everything, which is cool. This one holds a lot more stuff. This one actually holds the Game Boy, the Light Boy, which this Light Boy doesn't. It works, but it doesn't. The switch is fucked up. if you click it up, I think it's wired. I think I wired it so it would just come on. But you got to remember to pull the batteries out of it. Sorry, I'm not even showing this yet. But this is the rechargeable battery thing, or the plug-in, whatever you know, both for the Game Boy. And then this holds all the games down below. And this is the entirety of my Game Boy, Game Boy game collection. I do have a couple Game Boy Color games here too. But this is it as far as those go. So we're going to show them here. Let's see. Might as well just pull them all out. It's quicker. And we'll hold off on the Game Boy Color games because I got another thing to show. Okay, first things first. Not quite sure. Okay, I don't have that many games, so this should go quick. This is probably the one in the worst condition. It's Castlevania Adventure. It's completely discolored. The label is totally faded and fucked up. I think I got it at a pawn shop. This is way back in the beginning of when I started recollecting, when I really didn't care what stuff looked like. If you look really close, I don't even know. I'm not going to zoom in on it. If you look real close next to the label, the edge of the label where it's cut out, you can see the difference in color. The plastic underneath the label was still gray, so this is almost a tan color. Okay, so we got a Castlevania. So this one goes with that, sort of. Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge. And this one's in nice shape. Most of the other ones I either got at a pawn shop or a couple of them I paid at vintage stock. Like this one, I paid probably $7 or $8 for. That's Metroid 2, Return of Samus for the Game Boy. One of the main reasons why I even wanted a Game Boy at all. And what's funny is I've never even really played through it. And it's just basically because it's black and white. And it's, I have a Super Game Boy. Well, actually, do I have a Super Game Boy? I have the Game Boy thing that hooks onto the GameCube that pretty much plays all the games up to, that point. So, I can play it on that, but, I'm not sure I have a Super Game Boy. I might. I really can't think right now. Okay. So that's 3. We've got 6 more here. We've got... Let's see what this is. Operation C. It looks like a Contra game. You can't go wrong with a Contra game. I have no clue, but it was probably cheap. Radar Mission, yeah, it was cheap. It was $2, and it was probably on sale. For cheaper than that. Wario Land. Let me hear. What am I doing? Wario Land. Haven't played it, or don't remember playing it. Okay. Now, these are the 3 that I picked up, I think, when I was off of YouTube for a while. And I'm going to go ahead and show them. This is the one that he thinks that I think was the one he was going to trade me, and I found it. I think it was like $1. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Fall of the Foot Clan. I still want to get the original Super Mario Land. That's one of the ones that I want, and there's another. I'll show you in a minute. The next one, DuckTales. This one says it was $2. It may have been. The Fall of the Foot Clan may have been $2 as well. But, a lot of times shit's so expensive anymore. You see something for $2, you're like, whoa, what a bargain. And the final one, Double Dragon, which is not exactly like the Nintendo Double Dragon. Although the sticker looks the same, it's not like a port. Uh, so that's kind of cool. So these are my Game Boy games. This is all of the Game Boy games that I have that are for the brick, the non-color, green screen, sucker, that's it. Okay. Then I have a couple more Game Boys. This one is a Game Boy Pocket. It's blue. It's not a color. It's just a Game Boy Pocket. So this one's still black and white. This is the one I mainly use if I was going to play the bigger card. So anyway, Game Boy Pocket. Wipe your nose on it, dude. I didn't wipe my nose on it, but still. And then I do have a Game Boy Color, turquoise one, but it's missing the battery cover. And that sucks, because I don't know where I'm going to get a battery cover. If somebody had a turquoise Game Boy that don't work and want to send it to me, let me know. Because I could use the battery cover, or just send me the battery cover. I would give you something in return. I wouldn't just ask you to send me something. But I have two Game Boy Color games. This is one of them that I bought, and I want to get the other one. It's a Zelda game. It's Oracle of Seasons, and the other one's something of Ages. I can't remember, but they're both Game Boy Color games. I think I paid like $8 or $9 for this game, but I still want to get the other one. And I've heard Pokemon games are good, but I'll be damned if I really want to get into Pokemon. My deal with handhelds is the small little ass screen and holding it like this far from your face, and the sound quality, and even if you have headphones, just too much. I don't care. And now I'm getting older and my eyes are getting worse, and I just don't really care to stare at a little bitty screen. So I will play some handheld games on the Game Boy thing out there or whatever, but it's rare, especially considering how many games I have. My cousin gave me this one, Dragon Warrior 3. Dragon Warrior 3 for the Game Boy Color. That was nice of him. A lot of times we'll give each other things here and there if we think the other one can use it or whatever. Okay, we're on to the final Game Boy deal. This turned out to be a longer video than I thought. What happened with this was back in the day, when I used to buy on eBay a lot more, I got in a bidding war with a guy on a Game Boy Advance SP. I still want one of the ones with the backlight screen, but those are expensive as hell and hard to find. But I got pissed because the guy kept overbidding me by like 50 cents or something. And it was getting down to the wire, and it was just pissing me off. And I probably should have let it go, but I ended up, I don't remember how, but I ended up just saying, screw this guy, and bought it. So I probably spent like more than I wanted to on a handheld for sure, because I don't play handhelds. I think I probably spent around $50-something buying the thing and the charger and the whole deal. But anyway, this bag I got at the thrift store. It looks like a little backpack or something, but it's for the Game Boy Advance SP, so it goes with it. So I was like, well, whatever. I think the bag was like $3 or $4. I don't know. But it does keep your shit pretty organized. I got a few empty cases, and I think that's the bottom of my game cube. Pardon me while I pick this up. That you pull off to snap the Game Boy player thing on there. I think I just put it in here so I'd know where it was. Which I didn't know where it was. Because I was just like, whoa, look, it's in here. In the big pouch is the game. I only have like about 6 games for this thing. And it's got a little thing here where you can keep your instruction books. I've only got like 1 or 2 instruction books. And then there's a zipper on the side of it here where you slide the Game Boy in. It's silver, it's nothing fancy, but it's a Game Boy SP. And now it's not one of the ones with the backlight screen. If it was, I would have been willing to pay for it. But this is back when I really didn't even know that much about them, and I don't know. I think it started off, this thing was like going for like $12 or something. That's what I'm saying. It ended up getting up to around 50. And yeah, let's wipe it off with spit. I don't know. I got stuck with it, sort of. So, but I did go ahead and buy it. I'm not, going to back out of a deal or anything. It does work. I don't know where. I don't see the charger anywhere. I must have it somewhere around here. I know I do. Here's the games. I found this little thing at a thrift store. It's got the Nintendo logo on it. Switch and carry. I've got 6 games. It holds 6 games, and I have 6 games, so how fancy is that? First game, I think I got it at Game Exchange, and I paid probably $10 for it. Star Wars: Apprentice of the Force. I'm going to pick up the pace a little bit here. The second one, I know I got this at the pawn shop for $1. Atari Anniversary. This one I got at Kmart on clearance. Gauntlet and Rampart. This one I traded 8-Bit Goomba for a long time back. Probably a year or so ago, anyway. Fire Emblem. I wonder where that charger is. That kind of weirds me out a little bit. It might be hanging over there in the door. And then my Metroid games. I've got Zero Mission, Metroid Zero Mission, which is basically kind of a redo of the original, which is cool, but, it wasn't as cool as this one. This is probably one of my favorites, actually, and it's Metroid Fusion. If you haven't played Metroid Fusion and you like Metroid, get yourself, and you don't like handhelds, get like a GameCube player. You can get them for like $10 or something now, like GameStop, or I don't know. GameStop was kind of clearing that shit out, but I know at Vintage Stock you can get it for like $10, and the game's probably about $4 or $5. I don't know. I think I got these at the pawn shop too. And that's it for these as far as games go for the SP. I really don't have that many because, like I said, at one point I didn't plan on buying it, and then I went ahead. I'd already played through Fusion and Zero Mission on the emulator. Actually, if you want to play it on the emulator. I'm sure you can find the ROM, Cool ROM, ROM Hustler. There's quite a few places you can find ROMs. If you're looking to check out a game and see if you want to buy it or whatever. Let's put this all back in its little bag so I can waste more time. And then I'm going to be looking for the charger after this is over. Because I'm like, it's got to be hanging on the door over there. I just don't want to stop in the middle of the video. Okay, that is it for my Nintendo stuff. I don't have a DS. I don't have any more games than that. So people are probably, some of y'all are probably going to be like, writing comments, oh, you got to get a DS. You got to play this game or that game. And, that's all good. I just don't care. We're going to go to the Sega now, a Game Gear. I think these are the small ones. I have 2 of them. One of them I rescued from my grandparents' storage sheds before everything happened. My grandpa passed and my grandmother moved and sold all the property. They had storage units on their property, just like you see in like Storage Wars or something like that. But, people would have delinquent, and my grandpa would write them and say, you've got 90 days to pay up or get your stuff out or whatever. My battery's running out. So I am probably going to stop and look for that cord. We'll stop, look for the cord, get the damn battery, and then we'll start up again. Alright, battery fixed. So, found the charger for that thing, put it in the case. It's hanging over there. Like I even cared. What, cat? Are you gonna let me finish the video or what? Let me finish. Anyway, I found a Game Boy in one of these storage units that were, basically forfeited their stuff. It's a little scuffed. I've tried cleaning it a little better, but basically you can see there's, scuffs and all sorts of stuff on the screen and stuff. But, it does work. It did have both battery covers on the back. This isn't the one I use though. The other one actually that I have, I think I got at the Salvation Army thrift store that I like. This one's a lot less scratched up, and it is in better shape. This one I have batteries in, so we might check out a game here in just a second. Go on, please. Thank you. Anyway, these games we're going to go through real quick. I've done these before. Some of them, I don't know if I've gotten more of them since. And I'll explain why I have so many and such great titles. Anyway, I found 3 games with the one that was out at the storage unit. That would be World Class Leaderboard Golf. And yeah, there's such a shadow on this shit. Leaderboard Golf. Tasmania. And Columns. Those were found with that Game Boy. So that's cool. And actually the one that I found at the thrift store had this baseball game in it. Go on, you're back again. Go. I'm about to pause the video just to let the cat out. Now I have a bunch of like subpar titles. I think the ones in these cases I got at the thrift store. But a lot of these I got because they were 99 cents. Then in stock had a big box on the counter one time, and it was basically all their Game Gear games, and I went through the box, and anything that was 99 cents I pretty much picked out. So we're going to roll through them. We've got Judge Dredd. I don't know the quality of these games. Holy cow, we got a Macaulay Culkin on Home Alone. It says $3.99 on the back. I know I only paid 99 cents for these. I think the ones that were in that box were 99 cents. They put other stickers on these that were those yellow ones. You've seen them on some of my stuff before. And these are the ones that are harder to get off that were stuck on the back. Last Action Hero. Zool. It looks like he's a little ninja dude or something. I don't know. Ninja of the Nth Dimension, it says. Oh, yes. Shaq Fu for the Game Boy. Game Gear. Sorry, not even the Game Boy. That's got to be quality. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these are just, okay. But it's like, hey, they were 99 cents, and I was like trying to fill out a little bit of a Game Boy collection. At least have some games to play on it. And we've got Vampire Master of Darkness. Check out that. We've got Urban Strike. And I'm kind of speeding through these because these weren't the ones Vidium wanted to see. He wanted to see the Game Boy stuff, but Stargate. Feel free to comment and tell me if you played any of these, if you think they're any good. Have played some of them for a brief second to make sure they worked, and that was about it. X-Men, I have played this one a little bit. Um, I don't think I have any Sonic games. Um, that's enough. Like Sonic, I wouldn't mind having a Sonic game for it, but you know, what are you gonna do? We've got a T2. I don't know if this is the arcade. I can't imagine that they'd have They probably do have T2 arcade for it. It kind of looks like the arcade. It doesn't say for sure. Okay, and then these three are in cases. They were half price. These were 99 cents a piece. The cases, they're pretty dorked up. This one's probably the best case. You got RoboCop 3 on the Game Gear. This case is destroyed. Come on, I can't even get it open. Surf Ninjas. Look at it. I don't. Game fell on the floor. The case is completely fucking destroyed. Surf Ninjas, baby. And the final one, Aladdin for the Game Gear. So, might check out Aladdin for a second, and then we'll call this a video. Or two videos that we're going to put into one video. Is it coming up or not? I can't even freaking tell. I think it is. Volume's all the way up. What's it doing? Maybe the audio's fucked up on this one. I'm gonna check the other one. 6 AA batteries. Almost done, folks. Anyway, this is why I hate handhelds. I can't get either one of these fuckers to work right. One, the screen won't come on, and the other one, the audio won't come on. So, and I know it worked at one point. Either that or I was using a headphone on it. So anyway, I guess the audio works with headphones, but it doesn't seem to be wanting to work without them. So I don't know what's going on with that. It could just be up. Oh, I can hear it. Barely. There's probably something going on with the volume knob. I might have to take the back off of it and clean it or something. Anyway, it is working. Guess I'm supposed to run from this guy or something. Oh well. It is working. Actually, I could hear it barely, but I think it has something to do with the volume knob. Either that or there's speaker wire slightly loose. So anyway, that's it. That's my handheld collection, and that's why the shit hardly works. Is because I just don't even hardly play it. So, but that's pretty much it. And I do play the Game Boy stuff, like I said, on my GameCube. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, watching a vid, and being bored out of your minds. Any and all new subscribers, you ain't here because my sub count hadn't changed. If anything, it's went down. So we're going to sign out. See you later, and I'll try to do a video in a few days. That's it, and that's all. So we out. Bye. What a waste of time. Okay. I don't know if you saw shit. I'll probably cut that out. Here, look at a little fucking screen you can't see on TV.